Have you ever locked eyes with someone and felt the world pause, like time stopped, and nothing else mattered? It wasn't just in your imagination. Psychology confirms that eye contact isn't just a social behavior. It's a gateway to something deeper, something sacred. When two souls lock eyes, it's more than attraction or curiosity. It's an energetic, emotional, and sometimes spiritual exchange that can't be faked. In this video, we're going deep into the psychology, emotion, and even mystery of what happens when two souls lock eyes. Get ready to understand the silent language of connection like never before. The power of the eyes. There's a reason why they say the eyes are the windows to the soul. From birth, we rely on eye contact to form attachment, build trust, and feel safe. But the truth is, the eyes communicate much more than safety. They communicate emotion, energy, even intention. Psychologists have found that our eyes reveal emotional states, thoughts before we speak, hidden desires, inner conflicts, and sometimes undeniable connection. When two people make deep eye contact, where both hold the gaze not out of politeness but presence, it activates both their emotional and neural systems. This is called limbic resonance. It's a real phenomenon where two nervous systems begin to synchronize. It's how we feel someone's energy, how we pick up on their emotions without words. This is why intense eye contact can make people fall in love or feel completely exposed. When two souls lock eyes, the psychology. When two souls lock eyes, you're not just looking, you're being seen. This mutual gaze activates deep psychological and emotional mechanisms. 1. Mirroring. When eye contact is authentic and mutual, our bodies often begin to mirror each other unconsciously. It's a sign of rapport, trust, and emotional connection. The deeper the gaze, the more synchronized we become. 2. Emotional vulnerability. Prolonged eye contact can feel terrifying, not because it's bad, but because it strips away defenses. Suddenly, you're not hiding behind your words or smiles. You're just there, naked, emotionally naked. 3. Oxytocin release. Oxytocin, the bonding hormone, spikes during extended eye contact, especially when accompanied by emotional openness. That's why lovers can stare at each other for hours without getting bored. It's chemically rewarding. 4. Time distortion. Ever notice how deep eye contact makes time feel strange? Either it feels too fast or too slow. That's not your imagination, it's your brain's response to being deeply present. You enter a psychological flow state. 5. Existential awareness. In rare cases, deep mutual eye contact can create a profound sense of interconnectedness, almost spiritual. You may feel like you're not just looking at them, but through them, and into something universal. Romantic versus spiritual connection. Here's a key truth. Not all intense eye contact is romantic. Sometimes it's spiritual. So how can you tell the difference? Romantic eye contact often carries elements of flirtation, desire, physical attraction, excitement, possessiveness. It's warm, but also filled with anticipation and emotional tension. Spiritual or soul-level eye contact, on the other hand, feels grounded, still, expansive, peaceful, timeless. It feels like you've known them forever, or that time has folded in on itself. There's no need to speak, no fear of judgment, just presence. People often report feeling like they recognized the other person without knowing why. That's the power of soul recognition. Psychologically, this ties into the collective unconscious, a concept by Carl Jung that suggests our souls recognize familiar energies from deep, often unconscious, archetypes or even past experiences. What happens in the brain? Let's dive into the neuroscience behind what happens when two souls lock eyes. Deep eye contact activates the amygdala, which processes emotions, and the medial prefrontal cortex, which is linked to empathy, social reasoning, and self-awareness. But here's where it gets even deeper. Mutual gaze also activates the default mode network, DMN, the brain system linked to inner thoughts, daydreaming, and the sense of self. When you're engaged in deep eye contact, your brain doesn't just analyze the other person, it questions you. That's why it can feel so intense or even overwhelming. In fact, studies show that 90 seconds of uninterrupted eye contact between two strangers can evoke powerful emotional reactions, even tears. Psychologists use an experiment called the soul gazing exercise, where two people sit in silence and look into each other's eyes for several minutes. Participants often describe feeling emotionally naked, deeply connected, as though they saw themselves in the other's eyes. That's not just psychology, that's human truth. So what does it mean when you lock eyes with someone and feel something deeper? Here are the most powerful possibilities. 1. Energetic resonance. Some energies just match. Think of it like a tuning fork. When two people are vibrating at similar emotional frequencies, eye contact hits differently. 2. Shared past, unconscious or spiritual. Whether you believe in past lives, ancestral memory, or soul contracts, many people feel they knew someone just by looking in their eyes. Psychology calls this familiarity bias, but spiritually, many call it a soul connection. 3. Silent communication. When two people lock eyes and say everything without words, it's a rare kind of intimacy. You don't need a backstory. The energy speaks for itself. 4. Emotional healing. Looking into the eyes of someone who truly sees you without judgment can be healing. It validates your worth. It mirrors your wholeness. That's why eye contact in therapy, relationships, or even in moments of vulnerability can be so transformative. When to trust that eye connection. So how do you know if the soul-level eye contact you've experienced is real? Here are a few signs. The moment feels timeless. You feel calm yet deeply seen. There's no fear, only openness. You're not trying to impress. They're not trying to perform. You can feel what they feel without words. But here's the most important part. Mutual eye contact means nothing if it's not mutual emotionally. Two souls can only lock eyes if both are willing to be seen. One-sided eye contact may reveal interest, but soul-level eye contact reveals presence. Sometimes it leads to love, sometimes to friendship, sometimes to nothing more than a beautiful moment that changes you. And all of it is okay, because in that moment you were fully human, fully alive, and fully connected. Final thoughts. So the next time you catch someone's gaze and they don't look away, pause. Stay in that moment. Because when two souls lock eyes, something ancient awakens. Something true. It's not about romance. It's not even about logic. It's about recognition. Because when two people truly see each other, no words are needed. Their eyes say everything. If you've ever experienced a soul-level eye connection, share your story in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone you think has that look in their eyes. And always remember, sometimes the most powerful truths aren't spoken, they're seen.